The class wrec_state maps state properties to wrec component properties. Changing either updates the other to keep them in sync. The state can optionally be persisted to session storage so page refreshes don't lose the data. One use of wrec_state is to remove the need for prop drilling, where attributes are used to pass data through multiple levels of a component hierarchy. Let's look at an example. This code can be found in the state directory. To create this project from scratch, create a new directory named state, cd to it, create a package.json file by entering npm init-y, install the wrec library by entering npm install wrec, copy hello-world.ts from the Hello World project. Create a labeled-input.ts file shown here. This renders label and input elements. Create the index.html file shown here. This renders instances of the labeled input and Hello World components. It also renders a button element with text reset. The script imports the code for the two wrec components. Then it creates a wrec_state object, giving it the name demo and some initial data. Because the second constructor argument is not a Boolean value, the data is not persisted to session storage. Next, the script finds the labeled input and Hello World elements in the DOM and tells them to use the state object. The second argument to the useState method describes the mapping from state properties to component properties. If this isn't supplied, like in the second call, the mapping defaults to identically named properties. Finally, the script finds the reset button and adds an event listener that resets the state name property. To run this, install Vite by entering npm install -D Vite. Edit package.json and add the script dev that runs the command Vite. Start a local server by entering npm run dev. Browse localhost 5173. If the user modifies the value in the labeled input, the new value is set in the state. Change world to moon. Since the Hello World component also uses the same state property, that is also updated. If the user clicks the reset button, the state name property is reset to world. Since the labeled input component also uses the same state property, that is also updated. Note how the wrec components didn't require modifications to use state. All the wiring occurs outside of the component code. You can modify state from the browser DevTools console as well. Doing so triggers updates to the map component properties. For example, enter the following to view the current state and update it, which updates both components. The same code can be used anywhere in an application to get a reference to a wrec_state object, get the properties it holds, and modify its properties. Wrec_state properties and wrec component properties can be primitive values or objects. When they are objects, nested properties can be set directly. The changes are properly synced and the DOM properly updates. For an example of this, see the state-objects directory. You've seen how the wrec_state class can be used to share reactive state between wrec components. In the next video, we describe additional wrec features, where to find more examples, how to run the wrec tests, and where to find resources for learning more about wrec.